podcast, but I have some stuff that I do on SoundCloud that you may be interested in.
I will. I'll put it up. I'll play it on the Snapchat tomorrow. You tell me.
That's my man.
After this call, you tell me.
You the man, Doc. You the man.
Doc, what's the hardest part about being Dr. Miami? Like, what's the most difficult thing about being you?
The hardest part about being a doctor, man. Okay, so it's not the doctor part.
Mm-hmm.
It's the balancing family life and look. I'm a happily married man for the last 25 years.
Go ahead.
I have 5 kids.
Mm-hmm.
I have 5 kids, and I work with beautiful naked women all day. So I mean, the hardest part is keeping that all together and not doing anything stupid.
Right.
So that's the hard part.
Right.
That's real.
And I'm a religious guy. I think about God all the time. I try to think out my blessings and just keep it together. I think that's like when people when they reach any level of success, the hardest part is just holding it all together.
Holding together, yeah.
So holding it together. That's it.
That's what's up, Doc.
and you know what I mean.
Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you've touched social media, you're on WeTV with your own show, but you've also written a children's book in 2008 titled My Beautiful Mommy that focuses on a young girl whose mother undergoes cosmetic surgery.
Yeah.
What was the motivation?
That was actually...
Go ahead.
That was actually controversial back then in 2008. Like now it seems like, of course, obviously, if you're going to have plastic surgery and you're going to come out of surgery with bandages and bruises and look different, you want to tell your kids about it beforehand so you don't scar them for life.
Right.
But back then, the way people did it is they just didn't tell their kids anything.
Right.
And they would basically traumatize. If you have a 4 or 5 year old kid and mommy's going to the doctor, mommy comes out bandaged, mommy can't take me to school, mommy looks different.
Right.
What happened? And so kids will, in their imagination, make up a story and scare themselves when they don't have to. So I wrote a children's book. At the time, my kids were very little, and I was, reading them children's books every night. So I thought, hey, this would be a great way to communicate with, for my patients to communicate with their kids before surgery. So it's not the kind of children's book that you'd reach just any kid, before they go to sleep. But if you're a mom and you're about to have a tummy tuck or a nose job, and our kid is going to notice something's up, it's better to tell them ahead of time.
Right.
And it's just like a friendly way to communicate it to them.
Yeah, you kind of shook up the Jewish community
and it's been
with that
translated
book.
into Spanish and French, Say it again?
I said you kind of shook up the Jewish community with that book.
Oh, not with that book. That book didn't shake up. The Jewish community thing was a video we did. We did with that was also kind of misconstrued. Let's put it that way. There was an Orthodox Jewish punk rock band whose lead singer wanted a nose job, and I said, "Hey, if you write a song about it, I'll do your nose job for free." And he wrote a song about it and did a video, and of course it's hilarious. But this is back. I forget when it was, but I think 2012 or something.
Right. Before
people got a little sensitive.
Right.
People got a little sensitive about it, but it was fine.
That's even dope that you did that though, Doc. You know what I'm saying? You gave him a time to fix his issue, his imperfection, and a funny way of expressing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. If you can't laugh at yourself, you know what I mean? It's like, come on.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
Some people just got stale personality, Doc. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people.
Thank you.
And we're glad you don't, Doc.
Yeah.
So we took up a few questions from who we call our congregation, which is our supporters and our listeners. So one of the questions
from the congregation, let's hear the question.
From the congregation, is it true when you get a Brazilian butt lift, which is a fat transfer, to your ass, is it when you gain more weight, does your ass just continue to grow?
Yes, that is true.
Wow.
Tell your congregation that is true. That is the truth. So because it's real fat cells that you're moving around, and the fat cells don't know they've been moved, right? So if you're usually, when you gain weight, it goes to your love handles or your belly, and I take those fat cells and I put those same fat cells in your butt. In the future, when you gain weight, it will go there before it goes anyplace else. So I tell patients, look, get down to a weight that you're comfortable with that you can maintain. Then have the BBL, so that you can maintain that size. If you're in the process of losing weight, and I put those fat cells in your butt, and you continue to lose weight afterwards, those fat cells will shrink. And if you're the skinniest you've ever been, and you're for sure going to gain another 10 pounds after surgery, those fat cells will grow. And I've had patients come back with butts that are like colossal, like disrespectfully big, and do not match their size at all.
That's crazy.
Suck the fat back out. So that is a good question.
I thought the key was to gain weight so you can have enough fat to transfer to your hips and butt.
If you're too skinny, then you need to gain weight so I can have some fat to transfer to the butt. But you have to then get comfortable with that new weight on the scale. So if let's say you live at 120 pounds, let's say theoretically, that's your plus or minus weight, plus or minus 2 pounds. You're always 120 pounds, right?
Right.
And you want a bigger butt, right? But you don't have that much fat on your love handles to transfer, whatever. So I say go up to 130. But look, that's your new weight. Get used to seeing 130 on the scale, because I'm going to take that fat and put it in your butt, and now you got to maintain 130. What happens is psychologically, some women they don't like the idea of being 130. Well, if you don't like the idea of 130, you won't have a big butt. So you're going to have to psychologically get used to that weight. Because that's going to be your new, that's going to be your new set weight. But remember, the weight on the scale is just a number. If the fat is in the right places, it doesn't matter what the number is.
I know that's right. That's what I tell myself every day.
And it's true. And it's true. And it's true. And it's true.
Totally
and it's true.
Totally right. Yeah. Gotta have some fat.
The fat has to be in the right places. Nobody wants a nobody wants a stick. You know what I mean?
Except a dog. Nobody wants a bone but a dog, Doc. Last question. Is it possible to do a BBL while not under anesthesia? And if so, is it some method you recommend?
So I hear the last part of the question, but the answer to the first part is yes. You can do a BBL under sedation or local anesthesia. It is possible, and the results can be fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not the way I choose to do it, but because I prefer my patients to sleep. But but it can be done that way, yeah.
Okay.
And it's safe. Yeah.
I got a question for me, Doc. Now, I'm not opposed to surgery, cosmetic surgery, until after I decide to drop a couple kids.
Then come out.
But listen, Doc, I'm lacking some edges. Do you have a doc you recommend so I can get my edges back on my head?
Yeah, there's yeah, sure. I used to do hair transplantation about 5 years ago. Thomas, it's a very tedious operation. It takes all day. It's like it cut into my butt lifting time. So, but it works. There's a guy named Dr. Nussbaum here in Miami, Miami Hair Institute, I think it's called. He's fantastic. He's been doing it for 30 years or something, maybe 35 years. And he's really, really good. And it's done with sedation. You're not asleep or anything. You sit there and you watch Netflix while they do the surgery on your head.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. Doc, I got one last question for you too. Now, out of all the songs you ever did, Doc, which one is your favorite?
Say that, of all the what?
Out of all the songs you ever did or ever recorded at your office, which one did you have the most amazing time? You had the best experience ever for this one song that you did?
Of all the songs, you mean in terms of
the artist,
video artist?
Yeah.
Well, I would probably have to. Let's say it was a lot of fun shooting that video. It was very fun. It was a lot of fun. We had Fetty Wap in the office. We had 2 Chainz. I'll probably say
2 Chainz.
2 Chainz actually came into the OR and watched a butt lift.
What?
The other artists, Kodak came to the office and I think he watched a breast augmentation. I don't think he watched a butt lift. But 2 Chainz watched the butt lift, and he did good. A lot of people, when they come in and they actually see the surgery, they get a little lightheaded or their stomach. Yeah, but 2 Chainz was a G. He just said he was there.
Shout out to 2 Chainz.
He didn't even flinch.
That's was crazy. That's crazy. 2 Chainz one of my guys. You know what I'm saying, that I follow in the music game too, Doc. So that's dope.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. But it's funny. He came in and he's like, I got daughters, and I got to think about all this. It's funny how having kids changes your perspective on how you think about all these things in a different way when you have your own kids, especially when you have daughters.
Right.
But he's a serious guy. I like him. But yeah, so that I guess I would say him. But we've had a lot of great people in the office. Khalid came back, the great Khalid came in.
I love Khalid.
He was cool.
That's mad.
Yeah, he's great.
Khalid.
Super, very down. Khalid.
Yeah,
DJ. I know DJ Khalid, but I'm talking about Khalid, the singer.
Okay. Khalid.
He was great. DJ
Khalid.
Oh, damn. That's dope. Yeah. He got some plastic surgery?
No, he didn't get plastic surgery. No. He didn't come in for surgery, no. 2 Chainz didn't come in for surgery,
no. I'm just messing with you,
no, they came in just to hang out and say hi and just see what was up,
I got you.
Dr. Miami for the culture, okay?
That's mad dope, man.
Yeah, of course.
Mad dope.
Doc, tell the people where to follow you on Snapchat, where we can watch these Brazilian butt lifts and just check you out.
It's the real Dr. Miami. Just on all social media.
Right.
Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok even.
That's dope.
All right,
That's dope.
Well, thank you so much for coming on Ghetto and Godly, Doc. You are super dope. Like I said, Dr. Miami for the culture. And, thank you for coming on.
We're going to come see you, Doc.
Thank you, Ghetto and Godly, for having me on. I appreciate that very much.
And
you guys have a great week, a great life, and God bless you.
Thank you, Doc.
Okay.
And we're going to come see you, Doc, when we come to Miami, okay?
Yeah, and don't forget, after the call, you send me the songs you want me to play on SoundCloud, okay?
Yeah.
Yep, you're the man, Doc. We appreciate you too, Doc.
You got my number.
Yep.
You're welcome. Be well.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Doc. Gone.
Yeah.
That was dope. Shout out to Dr. Miami, man. That was amazing.
That was super dope.
Yeah, congregation around the nation. What you got?
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
My mic sounds nice.
Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? We
Dr. Miami is super dope. Like that, very humble guy.
Dope. That was mad dope. We wanted to give y'all a treat, man. You know what I'm saying? All the listeners a treat, and we want to, bring more people who impact in the culture on the show, so we can give y'all more of that raw.
A lot of raw shit.
Raw questions and all that.
A lot of raw shit.
Yeah. Y'all know what it is.
Anything else you want to add, Dr. Key? We had Dr. Key and Dr. Miami. She's a doctor show.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want, people to, like, if you do want to do plastic surgery, you can. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, ultimately, you gotta be happy with yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with, improving your body if that's what you want to do. And you can go that route and you can afford it. And if you can't afford it, you know what I'm saying? You can go hit them weights, you know what I'm saying? Or get you a fitness plan or get you a good diet plan.
Or just love what God gave you. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we and I'm all for, like, whatever makes you happy, do that shit. Right. But ladies, I just want to leave you with just kind of to piggyback off of what Dr. Key said, just to do it for the right reasons. Don't do it because everybody on Instagram looks this way, or because a man wants you to have a bigger ass. Like, maybe he need a bigger dick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just make sure you do it for you. If you feel comfortable with it, if you want to make these changes, then do it. Just don't do it for nobody else except you, because at the end of the day, you got to be okay with you.
Yep. But he need a bigger dick. Goddamn.
I'm just saying, like, don't let a man tell you need a bigger ass and tell that nigga he need a bigger dick.
He was wildin'. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just be happy with what you got. If not, you break the bread. You know what I'm saying? We got Dr. Miami. He gonna take care of you for sure. Get it. And next, man, I just want everybody to be safe out there, man. I don't know You know, we got listeners all over the nation, but you know, right now in Vegas, you know what I'm saying, it's we got a lot of people driving the wrong way down the road. You know what I'm saying?
Man, y'all be careful. Stop drinking and driving, and drugging and driving. Because it ain't just drinking.
Just catch an Uber. You know what I'm saying?
High out here, getting behind the wheel, and it's fucking spooky.
Uber like $7-8. You know what I'm saying?
Depending on where you going.
It's like $7-8.
But if you can afford the high and the drunk, then you can afford the Uber.
But even if you're under the influence, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Uber will let you for free, right?
They'll take you. I think Uber will do it for free. You know what I'm saying? But they'll get you home.